All right, let's go through this chronologically so that we don't miss anything. Here is in 2016, right? December 2016. This is the 13th. Not even, basically, it's not even 45 days after the election. Okay? Here's rapper Kanye West meeting with Donald Trump at the Tower. Okay? So, people saw this, they go, hang on, rappers aren't supposed to support Donald Trump. The media just got done with 18 months of telling people how Donald Trump's racist. Rappers can't be supportive of Donald Trump, period. We can't have it. They tried to mock Kanye West after he did this, by the way. The year following, they put him in a hospital. It says Kanye West is coming to the White House to have lunch with President Trump, and he'll also meet with Jared Kushner. Okay, this is a flashback. Okay, I'm just taking you through this chronologically. Get out of here. All right, next up, 50 Cent comes out and says, I'm going to support Donald Trump. Look at the taxes from Joe Biden. And, of course, you see here, Chelsea Handler came out and said, you're black. You're not allowed to vote for Trump. You're black. You can't vote for him. You all saw the memes of, you're black, so you can't sit here. You're black, so you can't eat here. You're black. You can't vote for Trump, they say. So Chelsea Handler says to her former boyfriend, I'll blow you. I'll do anything else that you want, but you can't vote for Trump. Now, look at this smug little, knowing look saying, oh, I wasn't serious. I wasn't serious. That's not him saying that, by the way. That's her saying that. He wasn't serious. Okay. Let's get rid of that one. Flashback to before those two. We had, after Kanye, before 50 Cent. I'm sorry. I said I was taking you through this chronologically. I screwed it up. Here is when ASAP Rocky and his crew, him and a friend, were being harassed and assaulted on the street and threatened, and you want to think like, hey, they're probably going to be safe. But no, their lives could be threatened if they get assaulted or kidnapped. They defend themselves and they get arrested. So Trump tells the Swedish Prime Minister, I will vouch for ASAP Rocky personally as the president. You need to release him. He'll deal with the charges that you have him on, but release him. You can't just hold him because he's an American and because you want to stir up tensions, because this is a rapper who's an American rapper, black, from New York, and Donald Trump is supposedly the anti-black guy. So 2019, right, a couple years into the presidency, the anti-black narrative from the president, from the media about the president is still going, and yet he says, I'll personally vouch for the rapper. Okay? Then you get 50, and then you get the whole thing. And before Lil Wayne, I know, you saw the headline, so you're anxious to hear what Lil Wayne said. Lil Pump endorses Donald Trump. Lil Pump came out and said, fuck Sleepy Joe, Trump 2020, He goes, I'm not paying another 33% for fucking Sleepy Joe's ass. That's what he says, essentially. You can watch the video. In an anti-tax rant, trashing Joe Biden. It's pretty great. So Lil Pump isn't a moron. He looks at his money, and he looks at how much he has to pay for the people who inevitably just take a check and then wait a little while and then go burn down a Wendy's. And he says, not for me. Not for me. So next, finally, the grand finale of all of this is Lil Wayne. Weezy F Baby. Okay? Now, everyone knows that a while back, Lil Wayne came out and said something to the effect of, in a rhyme, or maybe he wrote it for Nicki Minaj. This is a long time ago, 2012. She says, is Nicki Minaj's line, but it's his writing, and she says, I'm a Republican voting for Mitt Romney. You lazy bitches is fucking up the economy. And take that for what it's worth in 2012, when it was still rigged against Romney, and it was all for Obama, but either way, realize that he at the time was writing lines about how the lazy bitches need to get off their asses in the community. Now he's saying, look, just had a great meeting with Donald Trump. Just had a great meeting with the Donald Trump POTUS. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, which is huge, by the way. If you didn't commit a felony, that was violent in terms of having a weapon or having committed an assault or a felony murder or any kind of bodily harm to another individual, if it was simply just you having committed a drug crime, you can go home. That's what criminal reform was. People still won't articulate that. If you did not commit a violent crime against another human being, and if it was just drug offenses, you can go home. So he says, besides what he's done so far with that, the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. Pause. The community he's referring to is the black community. And they know that when they read that tweet. And I'm saying they because I'm saying the black community reads this tweet and says, we know what he's saying. The black community gets ownership of their outcome because now they get to own their input. And before, they didn't feel they had that. They did not feel like they had that input. Now they feel they do. He says he listened to what we had to say today, and he assured us he will and can get it done. Hello? Kanye West meeting with the president in 2016 was like a blip on the radar. The president vouching for Rocky, for A$AP Rocky, was a bigger blip. It had more ripples because it was like, wait a second. I thought he was racist and didn't like black people. Why is he doing that? Oh, he must just be for the optics of it. He just needs to look good by doing the right thing, even though he doesn't like us, really. Really? I feel like you've seen more and more black celebrities, more and more black thought leaders, influencers, YouTubers, politicians, like Vernon Jones. These people come out and they speak the truth because that's what they feel they owe to the people. They don't concern themselves with whether Trump is Trump or Orange Man or if he's a Republican or a Democrat. Wayne had a song called, it was off the Dedication 3, and it was called Misunderstood. And I encourage you to go listen to that Lil Wayne song called Misunderstood. And it's about how the population of police that police the black neighborhoods do so because they know they find gangs and crime and crack in the hood. And he says that for all the money he makes in rapping, he gets to go and live in the community that brings the crack in to the other communities. He gets to go and live next to the neighbor who has the drug dealing business but doesn't live around the drugs. And so he explains why the police have a really untenable position because they are tasked with going after crime. But they also know that crime exists in mostly communities of color. Not because it's a racial thing that, certain races commit more crimes because of their race, but it's because of their situation. And so Lil Wayne understands that if you meet with the president and try to change the situation, if you change the input, the outcome will be far different. This brought me out tonight. I was like, hey, I'm not going to make any video. Hang on a second. I am making a video because Lil Wayne is supporting Donald Trump. This is as big of an endorsement as you can get, and you can see these numbers grow as this video rolls. You should be aware. Lil Wayne is not a partisan. Lil Wayne is not a political guy. In the sense that he is not a party guy. He doesn't care for the Democrats or the Republicans. He has said over and over, fuck them both, because individuals should be criticized. You shouldn't be protected by your party. And you shouldn't be chastised because of the party you're a part of either. So the fact that Donald Trump is the Republican president didn't stop Tunchi from going to meeting and saying, hey, yo, this is what we want. This is what we want. Okay. Look, this is what we want to get. This is what we want. Okay? If Weezy F Baby goes and meets with the president and asks for these things that they want as part of the platinum deal, and the president says, we're hearing you. We want to give you what you want. That's the whole reason he fucking ran. Then yes, you will see Weezy F Baby go on stage and say, you all gotta vote for Donald Trump. Hey yo, Donald Trump love black people. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear this. And I pray that we hear that because we need to hear it from people like Lil Wayne, from people like 50 Cent, from Kanye West, from Lil Pump. Okay? I'm not a big fan, but He is. He's a huge fan of Donald Trump. So we should be too. Like the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure the little notification bell is clicked on. And then make sure you get out and vote. Get out and vote. Go to the county clerk's office before the election and vote. Do whatever else you can do, but vote to keep America afloat.